Hey, Maite, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
You are one of our teachers for Live for Music. I've known you for a long time, but let's introduce everybody to you. Can you tell me where you're from, what you play, and how you got into music?
I'm a musician from Minneapolis, birthplace of the Minneapolis sound. I got into music at a very, very young age. I started with a little plastic guitar. You know, like people have like a security blanket. Like mine was this like little plastic guitar that was just beat up to death. And both of my parents were working in the industry, and just by osmosis and being around legends, literally legends, it inspired me to
Literally.
pursue. Yeah, literally.
Can you tell us who these legends were?
My godparents, the iconic Sheila E. and the legendary Prince.
I mean, come on.
Come on,
Can you go?
right?
I mean, yeah, you when you say legendary, you really do mean legendary, and that's
I'm not
awesome.
kidding around. No,
So
it's
cool.
literally the best of the best to ever do it. Growing up with Sheila E., my godmother, I call her Nina.
Nina, oh, that's cute.
Yeah. But her and my mother, Constance, they grew up in the Bay Area together, and they were best friends growing up. And so when Sheila went on tour, she brought her on as her lyricist and tour manager. And so like the roots really kind of run deep there. She's always been a part of my life, and when I knew that music was something I wanted to do seriously, I called Sheila up when I was about 16 years old, and I said, hey, I'm looking for like an internship at a studio because I was just finishing audio school at the time. And she was gracious enough to say, yeah, I think we can bring you on board. We can find something for you to do here in LA. And then her audio engineer, her head engineer, ended up leaving to go out on tour, and she was left without anybody to run the studio. She looked at me and she was like, do you know how to run any of this stuff? Because I'm looking for somebody to, help me with the session. And I was like, sure. I don't know if I was just naive at the time or like just overconfident, but she was gracious enough to give me a shot. And that turned into me playing with her for over a decade now, growing up around these just musical giants. It's a little bit different than what you would think, because I didn't realize the uniqueness of the situation. So it wasn't until I got older where I was really kind of humbled by it, like almost in shock, like, oh man, this is like, these are the best of the best to ever do it and like to aspire to. And so it was really a huge inspiration for me.